Hi, I'm Steve Savant, National Marketing Spokesman for Creative One.
And I'm Clifford Blodgett, Director of Digital Marketing and Lead Generation for Creative One.
Today, we're talking about the 10 reasons why you should advertise on Facebook.
Well, actually, Steve, it's not why you should be advertising, it's why you should be using Creative One on behalf of your, as a financial advisor or insurance professional to advertise for you on Facebook. Since Facebook was created in 2004, there's been 300 million small businesses that have business pages on Facebook. So, it's a great way to drive that inexpensive website traffic to your site. And, we're using the targeted demographics. Everybody likes that. We'll get into some details about that in a little while. But the big piece here is in 2014, Facebook changed its algorithm. So no longer, if you have people that like your page, or especially a business page, are they likely to see your post all the time? And the percentages vary on how often it happens, but for the most part, if you're a business page and you need to be advertising those messages instead of just blasting them out there to your likes. I mean, if you have a page and you only have 50 likes anyway, that's only a potential audience of 50. Well, Facebook advertising, if I'm putting $20 or a budget behind that post that I have or that lead generation piece that I have that's going to a content white paper, I'm building impressions off of that lie outside of my 50 likes. So our strategies today kind of get into that and how we can utilize those and leverage demographics to do that.
Well, let's talk about the first one. Facebook has massive reach. You said that was just the corporate side of Facebook. I mean, this is huge.
Yeah, definitely. We talk about fish where the fish are. So there's 157 million users of Facebook out there. And what we see is that it's the biggest consumer audience in the world. It's bigger than television. It's bigger than radio. And what we find out is those users are actually very active. That means they're on Facebook once, twice, 3 times daily. So it's definitely where we want to direct people to direct that advertising message to.
Speaking of advertising, you use this phrase, super targeted advertising with Facebook. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's a great platform to advertise. It's super highly developed. They're always, putting money into it. They generate billions of dollars off of this platform. So they're always tweaking it. There's over 180 different ways that I can target a message to an audience. So if it's over 55, if it's a zip code, a demographic. We can even do what type of car they drive. If they drive a Ford or a Lincoln, we can direct a message that owns a boat. That one's one of my favorites. We're out there directing messages to people that own a boat. But we can definitely, we say, who do you want to see walk through your door? We can, kind of deconstruct that and figure it out through Facebook and what we want to get that person.
Well, Facebook advertising, surprisingly, it can be inexpensive.
That's right, Steve. It can be. We see budgets start anywhere from $1 a day to $5 a day to $10 a day, and what you're paying for is on the action. So the more actions, the more return you're getting for those clicks. So we'll see, $5, $10 a day. When you do the grand scheme of that, that's $150, $300 budgets for a whole month. And you're getting thousands, if not tens of thousands impressions off of that $300, $500, $600.
So when we talk about this, Facebook advertising really is cost effective.
It is, and from those budgets, we can monitor the campaigns and then move money back and forth. So if this campaign is really hitting it, we can be agile and we can just move this $100 from here, move it to over there. So it's definitely a great platform for us to get our message out there for. We also have just a lot of control over that budget. You're thinking only $5, $10 a day. So before that budget gets completely out of control, we can pull back the reins and be like, whoa, and then move it from there.
How mobile is this? Where you can actually reach the mobile audience. Everybody's on an iPhone now, it seems.
That's correct. Mobile usership has actually surpassed desktop usership. So we have to think of all these strategies as mobile first. So if I'm on my Facebook, if I'm on my phone, and I'm going through, is that message getting through? It's not only just is my message, can it be taken mobile? It must be taken mobile. So I click on the ad. What happens next? Is that landing page responsive? And we have to test those things, and we have to make sure that we have the top of the line technology to bring those pages out to it. And what's that user interface, and what's that experience like to the user after they've clicked on the ad? That's just as important as getting them to the landing page.
Well, we're talking about gaining a competitive advantage. Everybody wants that. How do I do that with Facebook?
Yeah, like I said before, there's 300 million small businesses out there, but this is still a very underutilized channel. There's not a lot of people doing advertising in it. There's a lot of people that are doing bad advertising in it. They don't understand the deconstruction of I'm targeting a segment or a persona, like those are some marketing terms that we might use, but I'm targeting this specific person. This is, the group that I want to have in there. They're not wrapping their minds around it and getting that message out there. So we definitely, we'll take that persona, deconstruct it, and we find a lot of success with that. But we see a lot of people just blasting a brand message out there, and it's like you need to take it a next step, and that's where the powerfulness comes in. That's where your cost per clicks come down. That's where your actions and your ROI get better. And these,
You know what you're doing? This is huge marketing muscle.
Exactly.
Well, let's talk about diverse objectives, because there's several things we can do. You just mentioned about people are mass blasting out just their brand. There's ways to get into diverse objects to really focus on what you want to talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things that we can do with Facebook, except, besides lead generation. I mean, that's our main goal, is to use lead generation. But it can take care of a lot of different pains for your business or your small business. You can drive an event. So if you have a client appreciation event, you can drive traffic to that. You can also use it. You can use it for that brand appeal if you want to. If we have advisors that want to get the name out there, not worried about the lead generation, just get their face out there, get their brand out there. We also have agents that use it for their videos. So if they have strategies with the number of different Creative One video strategies that we have out there, Facebook is the perfect place to put that video. It's the second biggest video market now, and it's only getting bigger. It's only getting better. And now, this is really exciting for us, you can actually take a video and use it for your advertising. So we can clip, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and put that into your video feed, and they autoplay. So if I'm on my phone, the video's already going. So that's a cool strategy that we're definitely using.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the excellent tracking and reporting tools, because this is good analytics to find out how is my advertising doing.
Yeah, Facebook is a great area where we could definitely progress a campaign. We can learn from it. We can see the cost per clicks, cost per impressions, and then tweak from it. So we'll see, these reporting tools, and we'll make sure that we're doing our due diligence and setting them up, making sure that the landing page counts and those pieces are all set up. And then we'll make suggestions and change and, make a great campaign even greater. So and we love the reporting mechanism, and it's only getting better.
Well, when we talk about reporting, I love the easy ad creation and testing. We can kind of test this out and see if it's going to work.
Yeah, ad creation for Facebook is really simple. It's a line at the top, it's a headline, it's a call to action. If you have the landing pages built, we can definitely test and move forward very quickly. It has the image or the video center. So there's lots of pieces that we can tweak with in there. So that's really nice for us. But you can click, you go to the landing page. We can change the images in the middle fairly quick. Facebook also has a very robust A/B testing engine, so we can launch a campaign, put a budget on it, A/B test 2 different ads against each other, or 3 or 4 or 5, 6 ads against each other, and then after a week or so, make a determination. This ad works better. This one needs to go back to the woodshed, get worked on, and then move forward.
Oh, I like this next part, the ability for Facebook to help you engage your customers, and I'd assume prospects as well.
Yeah, like I said before, it's the second largest video ad, or the video set out there. It's catching up on YouTube. YouTube's still the granddaddy of video, and you still want to be there if you're doing video. But Facebook's catching up. If you have a video on YouTube, it needs to be on Facebook, especially if you're trying to get it out there. Now, also with the ad sets that I talked about, we can do the clips, and we can do Facebook videos inside of your native advertising feed. So there's a lot of cool pieces that they're building. So they're not only are they using video, they're embracing it and then pushing it forward, and how we can do better with it in the future.
Why don't you give us a little summary now of these 10 reasons why we should use Facebook?
Yeah, definitely. Facebook is a great place to fortify your brand. So, getting in front of it, even though the message might not resonate, if you have a lead gen message, it might not resonate, but you're out there, you're staying top of mind. They might see your ad over and over again, or if you're advertising a seminar, they'll see it, a few times or whatever. It's also a great place an inexpensive place to drive web traffic. I've got this event, I've got this article, I've got these places. I want to promote a blog that I spent time writing, or a blog promotion that I have. It's a great place to drive web traffic. And the biggest part is the cost per leads. Okay, so we have, a year's worth of data now. So we've seen everything from, $36 Social Security leads to $45 federal employee leads to $95 retirement income leads. So we're seeing kind of like we're building a database of, of these numbers. So when an agent comes to us and say, these are my pain points, these are who I want to see, we say, well, these are the numbers, and we can support that with some very hard, predictable numbers that we can give to them when we set those budgets. My name's Clifford Blodgett. I'm the Director of Digital Marketing and Lead Generation at Creative One.
I'm Steve Savant, National Marketing Spokesman for Creative, and you just heard the 10 reasons why you should be advertising on Facebook.